This song is all about love, loss, and the journey of finding your own voice. Let me tell you how it helped me overcome one of the toughest chapters in my life and share with you some of the unlikely inspiration behind its creation.
What happened to yesterday? It deserves me soon. What happened to me and you?
I'll take you behind the scenes of Don't Say I Don't Love You, from heartbreak to inspiration, and a little unlikely twist that involves Aaron Jones and My Chemical Romance. After college, I moved from Baltimore, Maryland to Seattle, Washington, and I went through a real tough breakup. I had been with my girlfriend for 4 years, and it was over. She didn't come with me, and I thought we were in love. Didn't happen. I was still trying to find my place in the world. I had zero confidence. I had not really performed my music live ever. I was in a new city. I didn't know anyone. I was living on my own. I was depressed, and the song kind of came to me at a low point. On the flip side, I had just finished a couple years of music theory at Johns Hopkins Peabody, where I learned to compose, and I learned how to read and write music at a higher level. And so this song kind of came about from that frustration and loneliness, and I just channeled it into it. And this is one of the rare ones I wrote on the manuscript before because I couldn't really play and sing at this time. So I just remember feeling so lost and so vulnerable. I just decided, forget it. I was like close to 20, and I said, let's just go for it. Let's go hit some open mics. I went and played at Molly Maguire's, a venue in Ballard, and I played at many other open mics, and I just went out some nights, 6 nights a week, 7 nights a week. I would do like multiple of them, and I had no performance experience. You had to understand, I had all this musical knowledge and theory and love and appreciation of music, but I had never gotten in front of people and actually shared it with them and tried to do it, sing and play, and it was a steep learning curve for me at that time. But looking back, it was one of the most beautiful, brilliant times of my life, and I cherish it so much. And even though I wrote the song on piano, and you guys probably see it on piano in the videos, I wasn't carrying a keyboard with me to open mics. I was carrying a guitar. So I adapted the song to guitar, and I used that to build my confidence as a stage performer. And I noticed that people really responded and reacted well to that song. I think it has a little Beatles-esque influence in it, and that might be why. And yeah, I did play it at Connor Byrne, which is a famous club that launched the career of The Head and the Heart. And I remember rubbing shoulders with them one night, and they were like, nice song. I still remember that. Aaron Jones a couple times was at Molly Maguire's. Shout out, good to see you, bro, doing very well, very, very well. Love that. And it was a great time. It was a beautiful time to be making music. On open mic, they give you usually like 2 or 3 songs. That was like my anchor. I always, no matter what new stuff I was putting out or trying to test out, that was always coming, because I knew that was a crowd pleaser. Let me add some more background to the time period. It was around 2008, 2009, and the Great Recession had just happened. People weren't very happy financially. They weren't going out, and so it was a tough time for everyone, really, and I was especially going through that tough time, and this song really helped me get out of it. Looking back, rubbing elbows with what would turn out to be some great artists, Head and the Heart and Aaron Jones coming out of Seattle, I was so blessed to be around such talent. I remember asking Aaron, how are you so good at guitar, man? And he said, everyone asks me that. I just say I practice a lot. It was very simple. The song itself, I composed it like line by line on the bass. It was like almost like a technical exercise in composition. It has an unusual kind of harmony and chord changes, but I think it's kind of satisfying for the listener, and that's why I think maybe it appealed to some of the audiences in Seattle. It was just nice to feel like I was part of something bigger and some scene that was going on, and it really helped me find my place in the city. That guy, he's gonna do that song. We know he's good. He's not some schmuck, right? Regarding the song itself and the lyrics, obviously it refers to the breakup and the emotions I was going through. I just didn't want to hear her say that she didn't love me. I remember asking one time, had she done it with anyone else? And of course I did. I was like, yeah, after however many months. But at that young age, that hurt me so bad. And some of the lines that really came from the heart. What happened to happy days? My skies were so blue. What happened to me and you? I'm tired of all the lies. You said you loved me too. Don't say I don't love you. I was just so frustrated and just hurt emotionally and mentally, and just alone. And to have that song help me build my confidence. And every time I would do it, people would clap and people would congratulate me after, good job, we can buy you a drink, this and that. And after you do that enough weeks in a row, you start to understand, like, hey, this is a crowd pleaser. Okay, so I know I can do this one well. You put that in your back pocket as a performer, and now you know, if this isn't going well, that's not going well, I know I can pull this one out of the hat and nail it with the audience and make them really feel an emotional connection. Because I think the song is honest, it's true. Like, it came from true feelings of, let's face it, misery, depression, hopelessness, right? It's a ballad, it's not an upbeat song, but it's honest, it's very real in the emotions of the lyrics, and even the chord progression is very tense, and that's definitely reflected the emotional state at the time that I was in. Now, I told you about Aaron Jones. Where does My Chemical Romance come in? No, I didn't rub shoulders with them, but I was listening to a song at the time called I Don't Love You by My Chemical Romance. Very different style and genre, but I just kept listening to that, and I kept thinking, don't say that, don't say I don't love you. And that's kind of where the title got partly inspired from. I was like, don't say I don't love you, don't say it, don't say, I don't want to hear it even. So that's where My Chemical Romance factors into it, and it was just my rock. This song was my rock during one of the toughest periods of my life, and one of the toughest periods for a lot of people during the 2008-2009 recession. A lot of people went through, breakups, divorce. Comment below about what your journey was with the 2008-9 situation, and what were you doing at that time period? What were the struggles you went through, and how did you cope with it? The way I coped with it was by making art, trying to bring something to people's lives, trying to share with people. Even if you're not an artist, have you ever had a song that helped you through a tough time and helped you make it through? Drop that in the comments. What was the song? How did it help? Let me know. Next up, I'll be performing the song on piano in my piano teacher's studio in Selwa. They've given me permission to set up and do it, so I'll be doing a full gear breakdown where I talk about how I do location recording sessions, and I'll also be performing the song for you live on piano. So see you then.